afternoon, traders. Adam Ryan here with Optic Trading. Welcome back to another market recap video covering crude oil. All trends remain up on our monthly, our weekly, and our daily, so our higher time frame charts do remain bullish. Heading into this open, overnight inventory was net long, so we had to realize that the potential for an overnight inventory squeeze was there. We were opening with a gap higher, and we'd be thinking that the market has potential to move higher, but with inventory net long overnight, there was a potential for an overnight inventory squeeze, and that's exactly what we got off the open. So we got the squeeze, then buyers came in and pushed the price higher. So if you're unfamiliar with what an overnight inventory squeeze is, then I will leave a link in the description to a video I done where I talk about the different manipulation tactics that institutions, hedge funds, and larger traders use, because an overnight inventory squeeze is a type of manipulation. So if you haven't watched that video, then I recommend you go over and watch that, and then you'll be brought up to speed with what an overnight inventory squeeze is, as well as some other manipulation tactics used by these hedge funds, institutions, and large traders. So picking up after we got the squeeze, we moved higher into a resistance zone. We did see volume thicken up and then buyers slammed right through that. Sellers come in and we push right back to the other side. So now this is kind of setting up that we could possibly see a market reversal at this point. Market reversals, you can see the pattern. It looks like an M. You can see kind of like we move up, down, test the high. It's like an M, and it's a reverse on the bottom. So it would look like a W on the bottom. But things we want to look for are, we're trending up like this. We can see a nice trending move, and then we kind of break that trend. So if we had like a line coming in here, we would see that this trend was broken. And I don't really draw lines on my charts or do the whole trend line thing. I'm more into price action and market structure, reading order flow. But in this instance of the market reversal, I just draw the line to kind of show you guys what I'm looking at here. So we kind of break that little trend line, then we test the high. Things you want to look out for the high to tell you that it's a market reversal are, you want to see either volume thicken up, or you want to see exhaustion. So you want to see the buyers exhaust into that price. So we say, okay, this is a market reversal, or really strong sell absorption. So you'll see the volume thicken up, or you'll see the bid thicken up. So if you're watching order flow, you're watching the bid and the ask, you'll see the bid really thicken up and we can't move through. That's something that sellers are starting to sell right up in these highs, and a market reversal is likely. So you get the pattern that you see with the candlestick, and then you pair it up with volume and order flow, and that's going to help you detect these market reversals. So we got a pretty strong market reversal in here. We took out the previous low of the day. We ended up moving back into range. So after seeing this, it's kind of tipping me off that, okay, maybe we could see a pullback. One thing that markets are one giant auction. So they're constantly auctioning. And just because we get a pullback doesn't necessarily mean that the bulls lose control. They can temporarily lose control. And the reason for that is that sometimes the market has to pull back and advertise lower prices before people can get excited about it. It's the same thing as if you go to a car auction. Say the dealer comes in and he starts the bidding at $2,000. He bids $2,000. Nobody wants to buy at $2,000, so he lowers it to $18,000. Nobody still wants to buy. Then he lowers it to $15,000, and then the buying starts. Everyone starts buying, and the price pushes up and eventually sells for $5,000 or $10,000. Way higher than what it was originally for. But to get people excited, he had to advertise a lower price, get the buying action coming in, and then moving higher. So the markets are similar to that. They'll be moving higher, grinding higher. And sometimes they just have to sell off, advertise a lower price to get the buyers excited. So one of the things that is tipping me off that maybe we may see a pullback was this market reversal today. So we took out new highs again, made new 52-week highs today. But what do we see? A market reversal at these highs. So the overnight high was somewhere in here. We took out the overnight high, made 52-week new highs on the day session, and then we see a market reversal and pull back in. If you guys have been following my market recaps, then you've heard me talk about the clean breaks when we're breaking through swing highs and swing lows. If you get a clean break and you just see it gets more aggressive, that's more bullish or bearish depending on the side that it's moving. So I'm going to pull up a daily chart and kind of show what I'm looking at here. So right in here in this brown level here, this was the previous 52-week high. Now we took out that 52-week high right here, but we kind of snapped back in. So it wasn't a clean break. We didn't just take off and go. And we pull back in for a day, we break out again, and then now we're sweeping back to that previous high. So these are kind of early warning signs that the market's not moving as strong as it previously was. we may see a pullback before buyers get excited again, or we could just see, you know, a bigger sell-off start. So these are the early warning signs that we want to be paying attention to. Does it mean we have to sell off? No, it doesn't. All trends are up, so we could see the buyers still take control, but we want to be aware now that we're seeing these signs. So going into tomorrow's session and the following sessions, we want to be aware that, okay, maybe we could see a sell-off, maybe we could see some profit taking or the market retrace, but also know that, hey, we are all bullish. So buyers could step in and see this is a nice price to buy and start pushing price up. So we are very flexible. We have both scenarios, to the buy side, to the sell side, and we're ready to take action with whatever the market's telling us what to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel. That lets me know that you guys enjoy this content and you want more of it, which I am happy to create for you guys. Best of luck with your trading, and I'll see you in the next video.